Excuses are worn out tools to build monuments of nothing. Let me tell you something. You can't build nothing with them excuses.
No. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Akeisha Smith.
And I'm Lester Smith.
And we are committed to helping you guys tap into your greatness by uploading great content that educate, motivate, and inspire you to create the life you desire. Now, today's episode, we're talking about excuses. You know, like how they destroy your life.
Okay.
Basically. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's jump into this. Excuses.
Yeah.
You want to go or I want to go?
You like to start with the definition.
Well, I think we know excuses.
Okay.
Excuses is basically people you use when they don't want to do something.
Okay.
They use the excuse and make it as a reason.
All right.
It's really not a reason. It's just you don't want to do something. You don't want to take accountability. You don't want to be responsible.
Okay.
So you therefore throw out an excuse on why you can't and won't and will not do something.
Let me tell you something that I came up on. Well, it was in elementary. I can't remember the exact teacher or whoever said it.
Yeah, it's long.
But in elementary, when the kids would come, we would.
I already know.
When we wouldn't have our homework.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have our homework.
And watch you get it wrong.
No, I'm going to say exactly how she said it, because I remember that to the teacher. She used to say it every time somebody didn't bring their homework.
Okay.
Excuses are worn out tools to build monuments of nothing. That's how she used to say it every time. When they come with them excuses, the dog ate my homework. I wonder if people still use that excuse nowadays.
No, you can't.
The dog ate my homework.
Technology is totally different.
Okay.
It's crazy.
The dog ate my homework. Excuses are worn out tools to build monuments of nothing. Let me tell you something. You can't build nothing with them excuses.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And that stuck with me. That stuck with me for many, many years. How long have I been saying that? Ever since we've been together, right? I was just saying, it stuck with me. Yeah. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, excuses. So I want to look at it how it destroys your life. Because a lot of times we don't understand that the excuses that we give in a moment, at that moment, or in the moment, it causes like future consequences. Okay? And here's what I mean by that. Say for instance, this is something I had to learn. Say for instance, my friend asked me to go out, right? Don't do that.
I was about to go with that. You jumped on it before I can get it.
Because I know you had now. Let me tell on myself.
Go ahead.
Okay, so say for instance, my homegirl, somebody asked me to go somewhere or do something, right? Deep down, I really don't want to do it, but I just say yes because you know what? Okay. So it's time to, as it get closer, showing up or whatever, hey, yeah, we're going to have fun. You ready to do this? And I'm like, yeah. But I really don't. So throughout that whole moment, like a week leading up to it, I'm trying to think of an excuse. I'm trying to think of a reason. Why? Or to say, can I tell?
Go ahead.
You are so
I want to jump on that, though.
So I'm thinking of a reason or excuse to use so I don't have to go.
Okay.
And the time come, I use the excuse, hey, let's just say, he tripping. I can't go. Wait, how many of y'all use that? Like, I use that excuse a lot. Okay, man, my husband tripping. He don't want me to go. Okay, so I'm using it as an excuse, right? So if I continue to do that to my friend, one or two things is gonna happen. They're gonna stop being friends with me, or they're gonna stop inviting me out to do something.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's how it affect your future. Because now, when I'm ready to go out and chill and do all this stuff, ain't got nobody to go with. Ain't nobody gonna call me and say, hey, let's go.
Well, let me tell you something. There's a person, there's at least one person that you won't mind going with anytime they invite you out. Be like, I could, am I right or am I wrong? You know what I'm saying? That's one person you anytime they invite you out, you ready to go. It's the people you got to choose your friends wisely, I guess.
I already know you going. I'm not gonna even comment on that.
Hey, but look. You're not making excuses the week leading up to it. You already making excuses after they just asked you.
Yeah.
Because you done committed to doing it. Mm-hmm. So you already making excuses like 2 minutes after. I got to think of an excuse not to go. I know I don't want to go.
Or you just say it's prematurely. I thought so.
Let me tell you something I started doing. I used to have a lot of coworkers and stuff that would invite me to parties and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And when they, hey man, you coming to the party and whatnot? I'd be like, man, I'm gonna tell you like this here. I set myself up. I say, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it, but if I do, you know what I'm saying? What's the address? Text me the address.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I already set it up. You know what I'm saying? And that'll because you done already told them, so they ain't expecting you to come no way.
Yeah.
You know, cause
So if you come, it's like, hey, it's cool.
if
You don't,
come, it's
then-
cool. If you don't, it's cool, because you already you basically told them you ain't coming. That's what you told them from the door. You know, send me your address. You know what I'm saying? I might come through there, man. I ain't for sure right now. You know, me and my wife might have something going on that night. I'm not for sure yet.
Anyway, excuses. Okay, so this is what I really want to talk, because I learned that the reason why I made excuses was because the number one reason was because I was a people pleaser. I cared about pleasing other people more than myself.
Yeah.
So that made me make more excuses, because then when I first accept something, or when I say I'm gonna do something, it be instant, you know. And then once I think about it and realize, man, I can't do that, or man, I have too much stuff, more important stuff I need to do, then that's when excuses.
Or I just don't want to do it.
Or I just don't want to do it. So that's when excuses come in, or when fear come in, or all this other stuff. That's when you start making excuses. So one thing I had to remember was, listen, my no is my no, my yes is my yes.
That's now.
I just said one, I had to come. My no is my no, and my yes is my yes, and I have to be okay with that. Because really, nobody cares about your excuses but you. No one cares. All they care about really is
what they ask you to do and that you do.
Yeah, the results, the actions, and the outcomes. That's all they care about.
Yeah.
They don't care that you got to do this. As long as you say, hey, I'm gonna be there, they want accountability. They want you to be reliable.
Exactly.
Nobody cares about your reason. So yes, a lot of times we use those excuses, and it destroys our life because we think they're just small excuses. Oh, it's small. No, but when you keep doing something over and over again, it becomes a habit.
Exactly.
And then it lead up to big things. So then you start making excuses on opportunity because of fear. You start making excuses on procrastination. Because either you don't want to do it, really don't want to do it, or you scared.
Yeah.
So it leads to a lot of things when you start making excuses on little things. It creates the habit to make excuses on bigger things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah. What's the next one?
Stagnation. Excuses. When you,
I definitely want to jump in there.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Excuses destroy your life because it causes you to be stagnant. It causes stagnation. It causes you to not move. It causes you to stay the same in your same situation, your same circumstance, your
you
same.
understand the same? You're going backwards.
You're saying, it causes you to just stay the same.
Yeah.
You 20 years, 5 years. From 5 years ago to 5 years now, you're still the same. You're in the same place, same everything, but you have a deep desire to do better.
Yeah.
But you also have that, but your excuses also outweigh that desire.
Your excuses keep you in your comfort zone.
Yes. And you can have a desire all you want, but if your excuses is more powerful and it outpowers your desire, excuse is going to win all the time. So it's going to cause you to be stagnated.
Now, I want to say this too. It'll confine you to complacency. It'll have you in stagnation. And you say you'll be staying the same, but you're really not staying the same. You're going backwards because the world is steady evolving.
Yeah.
But
you get left behind.
Yeah, you get left behind.
Yeah.
And I want to say this. A lot of this was instilled in us from kids. We got to be careful because our parents allowed us to have those excuses. Let me say this too. Our 6-year-old, she'll be quick to say, I can't do this, I can't do that. And I say, no, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, or you can do anything you put your mind to. And I tell her that over and over again. So, well, you know what she say? Now she say, I could do all things. You know what I'm saying? I could do anything and this and that. But in the beginning, it was kind of hard to get that into her. And a lot of times, according to who our parents was, if they allowed those excuses, because let me say this too, your paradigm is set by your parents and your grandparents and your aunts and uncles. So if they allowed all them excuses that you was given, then she'll tell you, I don't like no excuses. I'm like, baby, no, we ain't accepting no excuses over here. We need some action.
Some action, live action.
We need some live action. But yeah. And I'm not allowing no excuses. We have a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. I'm not allowing no excuses for neither one of them. You need
Yeah.
to, you know what I'm saying? Come on with it.
Yeah. Like either is it just be honest.
Yeah.
I feel like when you make an excuse, you just lying. It's
You
just
lying.
you just trying to
Yeah.
make yourself. When you use an excuse, honestly, you're making yourself be okay with you lying.
Yeah.
You trying to be like, okay, you settling.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna make this excuse, and I'm a lie to myself, and then this excuse is gonna make me be okay with that lying to myself.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you brought that up
Yeah.
because a lot of times, like with me, I don't like excuses. Just tell me the truth.
Mhm.
And I learned that because I was once making the excuses. And when people do that to me, it's like a mirror. And you can't,
Reflection, huh?
you can't see anything until it's like a reflection is flipped on you.
Yeah.
So then I had to learn, like, okay, it's blame. A lot of people, when you saying parents and all those things, a lot of people come up with the excuses because they want to blame. They want to take the accountability off of them. They want to take the responsibility off of them. They don't want to be accountable for their actions or what they do. So what we do, we sit there and blame. We blame mama, daddy, situations, environments, our upbringing, the way the world is, society. We blame all these external circumstances, and which is our contributing factors. Okay, now contributing factors is basically it adds to your situation. So it's something you don't have no control of. You can't change it. Is what it is. You didn't have no say so in it. So it contributes to it. But what is the difference and how you change that is your determining factors. So it basically shapes the outcome you want to see. So just because I was raised in a lack and poverty environment, and that's all I knew growing up, that does not determine that in my future when I get grown, I'm going to still stay in it. So when I think about, okay, I was raised in this, that contribute to it, but it doesn't determine my future. So what I'm going to do to let it not determine my future is I'm not going to use it as an excuse. I'm going to educate myself. I'm going to heal. I'm going to do whatever I have to do so that contributing factor doesn't become my final result, basically, which is your determining factor. But a lot of times we like to blame everybody and everything because that's just our nature to blame. Yeah,
we don't want to take responsibility.
Yeah, we don't want to be responsible because responsibility comes with a whole set of rules, whole set of.
You got to sit down and meditate on it. When you take responsibility for something, you got to sit down and meditate on it. Like, well, what did I go wrong?
Yeah.
How can I fix it? You got a whole lot of questions and a lot of people don't want to answer them questions.
But this is the thing. Those questions is what you need to help you overcome.
Help you grow.
Help you grow. Even in our journey to becoming a better person. Say for instance, I blame my upbringing on why I have to go on this journey. I keep blaming it. I keep, I keep going off, or I keep snapping. I keep going back to my old self, and I blame that on, this is how I was raised. This is all I know. How is that conducive to where you're trying to go in life? Exactly. How is that conducive to you tapping into your full potential? How? So
not at all.
It's not at all. So now I have to use my determining factors because I want a different end result. I have to be like, okay, bam, I recognize what that is. Now let me do what I have to do so I don't end up in that outcome or that situation. Basically, you have to, it's a difference. No more excuses, no more blaming. I think a lot of times excuses come from blaming. You blame.
I want to say this too. My dad, he left before I was even born. My mom was a drug addict. What if I let those? I was behind the 8 ball to begin with. Yeah, just out behind the 8 ball. I'm As I sit back and I even think about that, it's like, man, you overcame a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And what if I use all those excuses? And said that I can't do this, I can't. What if I use that excuse and not bless the people that I'm blessing here, talking to them right now?
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? And just be on the bottle every day, drinking. I'm just saying, seriously, or doing drugs every day because that's how my mom passed. You know what I'm saying? What if I did that? I wouldn't be able to sit here and bless these people that's sitting here watching this. That's excuses.
And you would not be married to me.
Oh man, I definitely won't be married to you, huh? Or if I would have married you, but we wouldn't have stayed married, huh?
I don't think you would even been. You wouldn't even been my type, sir. Sorry.
You don't think so?
No, I know so.
Because I wouldn't even been in the situation that I was in when I was in the situation, right? For us to even,
It wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
So definitely, guys, like when it comes to becoming a better person, it's like you have to lay aside every excuse possible you can think of or try to think of, and just take ownership.
Mm-hmm.
Take ownership and be 100% honest with yourself.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do it, or if you don't want to do something, or if you're not ready to start a journey, if you're not ready to give it your 100% and make a decision versus letting it be a choice. By the way, we actually did a video on decision and choice. I think you should check it out, okay? It's going to be linked in the description box.
Okay.
But it's about the difference between making a choice and making a decision.
Yeah.
Totally different things, okay? So if you don't make a decision and you just put it as a choice, you're going to always find a blame. You're going to always find excuses. You're going to always.
Yeah. And when somebody asks you to commit to doing something for them, just go ahead and say no. Go ahead and say no in the beginning. Say, no, I ain't going to be able to make it. No, I'm not coming. No, I can't do that.
Yeah.
From the get-go. So that way you won't be 5 minutes later after you done committed to doing this certain thing, you won't be making an excuse up to why you ain't going to be able to do that. And you're going to let them down. Yeah. You're going to let them down. When you would have said that no from the get-go, then they would have been looking for somebody else to get it done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Think about think about if somebody keep giving you excuses. How would you feel?
Exactly.
Like
over and over.
Like when you give excuses, it damages your credibility.
Exactly.
It destroys it because now we already like. How many of you know? Like you already know not to call and ask such and such to show up to do something. You already know it's gonna be an excuse. They ain't coming. They gonna say yeah, but don't come through. You already know. We all have that one person where we just know. Whatever. You know, ain't no point of, you can't count on them. Or you just know this one person that's just going to lie. Regardless.
Yeah. And let me tell you this. Her whole family live by banana pudding, right? Sometimes I just don't feel like making it. I just tell her, no, I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And let that be it. That way she can go ahead and tell everybody he ain't making a banana pudding this year. But for the most part, I make it. But every now and then, I just don't feel like making it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, no, I'm not going to do it this time.
Yep. And they don't leave me have to make an excuse like, well, I forgot to tell him.
Yeah, I forgot to tell him and all that.
He had the word.
Just tell him now the banana pudding ain't coming. Yeah. You know, this time. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, that's it, guys. So we just want to come and just shed light. You know, your excuses that you've been using, you might have thought it was a reason, but it's not a reason. It's just an excuse.
Yeah.
An excuse is something that you use to avoid responsibility.
Yeah. Guys, we got to stop making them excuses.
We got to stop.
We got to because it's hindering your growth.
It hinders.
Yeah.
Big
Whether
time.
you know it or not.
Destroy your life, man.
Yeah.
Because if you're not growing, your life is still you stagnant.
You're not stepping out.
Yeah.
You got to step out of your comfort zone on a regular basis to grow. And if you stand inside your comfort zone, you're not growing. Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
Like
anything
that?
else, Papa?
No,
Papa.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So as we close out, if we shared or said anything that hit home, give us a thumbs up, like this video, share it, send it to someone. No, I would say who use excuses a lot, but I don't want them to feel some type of way.
Yeah.
But just send it to send it to them because
send it
guess
to
what?
everybody.
It's the truth.
Just send
Truth shall set you
it to
free.
10 people in your phone right now. Send
Yeah.
it. Just send it.
Just share it. Put in the comment box. We love to hear from you guys. What you've been thinking so far. Is there anything that you feel that you would like input or to share or enlightenment? Anything, any topics you want to hear about? Drop it in our comment box, or you can email us. Either or. That's it.
Hey, a lot of y'all still dating us. We need you to marry us. Go on, press that subscribe button.
Marry, say I do.
Yeah, go on, marry us and press that subscribe button. Stop dating us, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all looking at all our content. You still dating. You know, you dating. You know, hey, you know how it is when you dating somebody. You know,
Trying to figure it out.
I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know if I want to subscribe. It don't cost you nothing to hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we're almost at 200 followers. So make our
200
day.
subscribers.
Yeah, sorry. 200 subscribers. So make our day. Go ahead, hit that. Let us help us to get to 200. And we might do a
We'll probably be
giveaway.
past 200 by the time this video come out. But
Well,
anyway,
we
you
don't
know, might be closer to 300. But anyway,
Hey.
subscribe.
Subscribe.
God is good.
Yep.
Life is good. When we look good, we feel good. We live in a life of abundance. Peace.
Peace.